The other one sounded a little more clear, like, like a little bit more like in your ear, like, you know what I mean? This one sounds a little farther away. Does that make sense?
Here come the brand new flavor in your ear. I'm kicking new flavor in your ear.
I cannot.
Okay, I just love that you said that. Thank you.
Your hair looks so pretty. Stop, sis.
Let me tell you who did my hair. Since you want to compliment my hair, since my hair looks so pretty. This girl, Kelsey, let me tell you about this girl, Kelsey I know. Listen.
She fly, She real cute.
Fly ain't the word. She's fly and she is real cute. And she is an amazing independent woman and she's intelligent. And she's an entrepreneur. And she's making her mark in the world as a hairstylist. And she's doing a phenomenal job because there's this.
Because I have a living, breathing client out here just promoting me,
Promoting you is an understatement.
Girlfriend. Hola, ¿cómo estás, chica?
Hi.
Let me get real sentimental on you real quick.
Okay.
I chose this mug on purpose today. Because not only does it say dance, love, sing, because we all know you can sing as well. That's right. Don't sleep on her.
Stop.
She can sing too.
Y'all not ready for that.
But guess where this mug came from?
Where?
Grandma's house. And it was just one of the mugs that was still in the cabinets and stuff. And not only did I grab it, but Unky literally was like, "Where's Ava?" Like he walked back to the house and he was like, "Where's Ava? I need to give Ava this mug." And Unky wrote stuff on the bottom.
So cute.
But yeah, I was like,
did you cry?
Why wouldn't I? Too much.
As always.
A big baby. I just wanted to share that. That's the mug that's getting sipped out of while
I love that. Stop. Grandma's here.
Always.
Ava. Always gonna tie Stevie into it, right?
We're not gonna do this today.
So for those of you who don't know, Ava is my cousin. She's amazing. Literally, we've it's crazy because when we were younger, we weren't that close, and then
we don't have to start this right now. We don't have to do this yet.
No, because
go ahead.
No, because it says our mixed backgrounds and what you love about each side of the family. So I'm getting it with the family on,
okay. Let's do it.
But like I said, for those of you who don't know, Ava is my beautiful, amazing, wonderful older cousin, and high key, she's an older sister to me. It's crazy because I never got really as close to her as I am now till a couple months ago, and I'm kicking myself now because I'm wait, I could have had another Black queen in my life all this time. I just slept with her. Wait,
I don't feel like you slept on me. It's just we are 7 years apart. And for anybody that went to season 1 and watched, my little sister and Kelsey, my cousin here, they are the same age. So it's just interesting. Yes, Ivana was in season 1, episode 2. Yeah, Ivana sat in her bed and just talked about the places she's traveled the whole entire time.
I love that.
Which was great. No, it was dope because it ended up being everybody needs to travel. Stop being stuck. Don't feel like you have to live your entire life in your hometown. And I just feel like it encouraged people to explore life and the world a little bit more. So that was Ivana's interview. But yeah, I was just saying Kelsey and Ivana are the same age. So I don't feel like anyone necessarily slept on anybody else. It's just that age gap made it so that it was natural for me to feel more like a mom than anything. That's my own personal issue. That's what my parents did to me. My parents, before you guys came along, I spent an entire 6 years just being by myself, being homeschooled, and being responsible and respectful. And when the two of you come along, I instantly was conditioned to just be you take care of them. You take care of them. You help them. You help us discipline them. That was just my life for the longest time. So I feel like it was easy to just look like a big sister, and then it just stop there, not knowing that now, girl, you about to be 25 within the next couple years. You know what I'm saying?
Listen, I got 2 years. I got 2 years. Relax. Relax. Don't age me that quick. Don't age me that quick. Listen.
Don't speed me up. So back to our cultural background. Tell me, especially because of your mom's side of the family, I don't know exactly what your mom's cultural background is. So what are you all made up of aside from what I know is African American and Indian?
So, as she said, my father is the simple version is half Black, half Indian. And then my mom, the simple version is half Black, half white. So yeah. So when I tell people, because people ask me this all the time, what race I am. So I always tell people I'm technically half Black, quarter white, quarter Indian. Like I said, that's a very simple version. Like I'm probably a lot of different things in a lot of different ways and whatnot. But I mean, like the simple version, you know. But I identify as a Black woman because obviously a queen. I know that like our dads, especially, and like their brothers and sisters, they had a lot of issues when it came to being half Black and half Indian, and like just growing up like that. Like it's a unique mix that you usually don't get a lot of. You know what I mean? And so like, especially adding like, you know, the fact that I'm just a little bit Indian, a little bit Black, a little bit white, like, you know, whatever. It was always like, I got a lot of hate on both sides. Like, you know what I mean? Like a lot of hate from white people because like, you know, I'm obviously not white, you know, but I also got a lot of hate from Black people too, because like, I'm not like dark skinned Black or anything. Like not that there's anything wrong with that. All shades, all colors, all everything. Beautiful.
Right. But colorism is a thing. Like colorism
Absolutely.
is what you're highlighting, and we're sick of that too.
Absolutely. Like, you know, I think it just causes so many divisions in the Black community. You know what I mean? And I'm just like, why can't we just all stand together? Black Lives Matter. Okay. Gotta plug that in every conversation. Yes.
All of the shade. It's true.
Yes. Yes. But just caused a lot of like identity issues, like, you know, because I never felt accepted. Like, you know, no matter where I was, it was always just like, you know, you're not Black enough, you're not white enough, you're not whatever. So like
for somebody to just grow up and constantly hear you're not blank enough, you brought something to light for me that I've never really thought through or talked out. Wow. I've had some beautiful conversations with my best friend Dominique about
I love Dominique. Hey girl.
Girl, me too. I just told her yesterday, like, I miss you so much. F this pandemic. Wow. There is like being mixed comes with its own set of, and don't murder me for using this word, anybody. It comes with its own set of oppression in some way. I never thought about how the you're not blank enough impacts us.
Yep.
I never thought about how there are all you're making is multiple sides for that phrase to come from.
Yep.
Of course, there's oppression from white being Black, but when you are mixed, you have oppression from multiple places.
Exactly.
And you're constantly hearing that you're not enough. That's heartbreaking. That's heartbreaking.
It really is, especially. It really is, especially like, you know. So this is another topic we're going to get to. Me as a young Black teenager, I went to private school, right?
Yes.
It was a Christian school, and I was. Let me see how many. There was one Black guy, one Hispanic guy, one Hispanic girl, one other Black girl besides me. And then there were some Asians because we had a lot of exchange students from Asia. And then everybody else was white. I don't think I had a single Black teacher. I don't think so. No, I don't think I had a single Black teacher. You know what I mean? And like just growing up in an environment like that, like put me through it, because like, you know, I was always told like I remember I told you this story, but we'll tell it for the podcast. I
do it for the cast.
You know, the one Black guy in my grade, they were always, I'm not gonna say his name because like, you know, privacy, you know. The one Black guy in my grade, I remember they were always like, all the kids, they said, oh, you should date Kelsey because you guys are both Black, y'all would go to bed together. I'm like, that's stupid, but okay. So I remember we talked about it one day and he's like, oh no, I'm not about that. I don't date Black girls. Okay. So then during high school,
how confusing is that to hear society say I don't date Black girls, but then to hear the white portion of your family but then to hear a Black portion of your family or, you know, other African Americans that you know in your life say, yeah, but you're also not Black enough. That's the most confusing thing ever.
Literally. And now he's married, but he's married to a Black woman and she looks like me. Light skin, curly hair.
Can we have a conversation, especially because of the climate of today's current societal situation? Can I just get some closure from you, player? Because whether you know it or not, you played a big role in how I was establishing or how I was trying to view myself as I was growing up in those imperative developmental years. Do you know that you said to me, nah, I'm not about that life. I don't date Black girls. And regardless of the fact that you are out here married to a Black woman, which great for you, happy for you, that's fine.
Absolutely.
Can I hear you speak on some of the things that are going on in society today?
So, I mean, Obviously, the Black Lives Matter movement is a big deal. Black Lives Matter should have always been a big deal. Black lives should have always mattered. I don't know. I just like all of the divisions in the Black community. Like a big division that I have is that because I went to school with a lot of white people and like I got like, I was always really educated and all that stuff. Like a lot of people, Black people especially, they always say, Kelsey, why do you act white? I hate that. Like at the end of the day, I'm Black, you're Black. That's it. Like, you know what I mean? That's all that should matter. We already have a brotherhood. Like, you know what I mean? That's all that it should be. But I feel like so many Black people get stuck on who had money and who didn't, who had a hard life, who had an easy life. I mean, a hard, easy. Like, you know what I mean? It's just like, that shouldn't matter. We all share that one dark root of slavery. You know what I mean? We all have that. Black people come from a line of royalty. Have you ever seen the movie The Hate U Give?
Absolutely. I want to read the book.
Girl, I read the book. It is fantastic. One of my favorite scenes in that movie. So basically, long story short, about the book, it's basically about there was this kid and they went to a party. The main character, the girl and this guy, and they went to a party. Somebody shot a gun. They left and they were driving home and they stopped by the cops and the cops pulled the guy out. The cop went back to the car and the kid reached into the car to get a hairbrush and the cop shot and killed him. And so it was basically about like, the girl trying to figure out how to stand up for the guy and like the community and all stuff like that. And one of my favorite scenes is this girl, she goes to a school with a lot of white people too. So I resonate with her. One of the white girls was like, oh, well, he probably should have died. Like, like the kid, he probably should have died because at the end of the day, he's a Black kid. They're all doing drugs, doing crazy stuff. It doesn't matter. They're all criminals. The girl was like, oh, well, it was just a hairbrush. And she said, oh, well, it looks like a gun. I understand why you shot him. And she said, oh, why does it look like a gun? If it was in his hand, would it look like a gun? Pointing to a white guy. And she said, well, I don't know, like maybe not. And then she said, well, if it's in my hand, like she like say this is the thing.
Yeah,
she said, is this a gun in my hand? Is this a gun in my hand? Like pointing it at her, all that stuff. That literally is the Black community and the white community struggle to a T. For example, with George Floyd and stuff like that. I'm literally just sitting there like, my man paid for something with a counterfeit bill or something like that. I don't know the whole story. And because of that, he deserved to die. That's wild. But if that was a white guy, they would just call him back and be like, oh, this was counterfeit. Can you pay for it? That's it. And he would walk away unscathed. Like, you know what I mean? I feel like white people don't understand the fact that we as Black women and Black men, we fear even going. Like I feel like I can't even go for a walk around my neighborhood sometimes. And there's certain things I feel like I can't wear, certain ways I feel like I can't look, certain ways I feel like I can't talk because I don't want to get like racially profiled and then hurt, ostracized or something. Like that shouldn't be how it is, I feel like. But then to the Black community, like I like going back to that, to the Black community, I'm not Black enough too. I don't like division. I say we just get together. Like, you know what I mean?
But, and as you're speaking, that's what I was just thinking, like, we all need a lesson in open-mindedness and understanding. We all need a lesson in understanding that our individual way of thinking, our personal way of thinking is not the only way and it's not the right way. We need someone with a more urban background to not ridicule or ostracize someone with a more suburban background. And it goes the other way around. We need people with the suburban backgrounds to have nothing against those that did not grow up in freaking Cherry Hill, New Jersey. It still boils down, to me at least, it still boils down to open-mindedness and understanding that this is just, everyone's been dealt their own cards.
Absolutely.
And everyone should be trying to do the best with the cards that they've been dealt. And to me, the best means a lack of judgment and criticism.
Absolutely.
Putting effort into how you can positively view a person. Tell me about the transition from hearing I'm not this enough, I'm not that enough, people won't date me just because I am this or just because I am that. Like, tell me what you went through at a certain age or within a certain part of your life in order to silence all of that and then find confidence and gain self-esteem and self-respect and really know confidently who you are and that all of those opinions were wrong.
When I was in high school, my mom, y'all would never know this because I have a lot of hair now, but my mom used to relax my hair, right? Yes. My mom used to put relaxers in my hair. For those of you guys who don't know, relaxers, they're basically, because I'm a cosmetologist, so I went to cosmetology
Do
school.
it. Go ahead.
Yes.
Explain to us. Explain the relaxer.
So a relaxer is a type of chemical that like mainly Black women will put on into their hair to change the chemical composition and the disulfide bonds in your hair, to make them form a new formation to make your hair appear straighter, right? So if you really look at the science of it, on the pH scale, meaning the alkaline, so if there's neutral, acidic, alkaline, 14 is the most alkaline and 0 is the most acidic, and then 7 is neutral. So relaxer is like 14. It's like the same stuff that you put in drain cleaner. Lie. It's the same stuff you put in drain cleaner. I'm just like, so y'all put in drain cleaner on your head? What? Like, you know what I mean? It's linked to cancer. It's linked to a lot of health problems. You know what I mean? And like I said, for those of y'all who want to do y'all relaxers, more power to you. I'm not the person to tell you how to do it.
I didn't know that the number was that high, nor did I know that it was linked to cancer and other health issues. So now when we look at the fact that Black people already ain't getting the same kind of health care that white people are, 1, 2, even if we were, why are we out here trying to have to look like we have straighter hair? Why can't you accept us for the hair that we have? Why do you feel like you look better with the straighter hair when you look perfectly fine and you need to walk confidently with your head held high? Absolutely. When your hair is not long and straight, honey. Anyway.
That's facts. Absolutely. Another day. That's facts. That's, like I said, that's part 2. So long story short. Yeah. Like I said, that's another topic, Ava.
We out here getting cancer behind having straighter hair, bro.
Literally. Like,
are women still relaxing their hair?
Yeah. I'm all for the natural hair, obviously. But like, some people, they just don't have time for it. Natural hair is definitely a commitment. But once you like really get into it, it's really, honestly, it takes me less time than my hair used to. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So sorry, let's circle back. Why did our mothers relax our hair?
So I know from, at least for my situation, my mom was a nurse. She worked weekends and nights. So hair day was Sunday. So like my mom would have to come home from working all night, and then she would sleep for a couple hours. And like I have a sister, and my sister's hair is not as thick and as curly as mine. Like, cause like, well, this side, this is mainly like how most of my hair is. And my hair is a lot thicker than my sister, and her hair is not as curly as mine. So she didn't have as much of an issue with her hair, but with my hair, my mom was like, nah, we're not doing this. So, and my mom also had to do her own hair too. So she had to do 3 heads of hair after working all night, sleeping for a couple hours. And like I said, I don't blame my mom. I understand. My hair is a lot.
When
my hair is a lot
like that. I get it.
Yeah. So I remember my mom would relax my hair. She would blow it out, and then like she would put it in like 2 crazy looking braids. It was not cute. I was not cute as a kid. It was bad. I never like felt confident in myself. Like I always felt different. You know what I mean? Like I remember I've always been like not a free spirit per se, but just I've always been like really like, like I stand up for myself. Like, like I don't take stuff from people. Like, you know what I mean? I'm my own person, and I'm going to be the person I want to be regardless of what you think, basically, you know what I mean? And my mom, like, tried to put me into a box to try to do this, do that, and so she tried to keep me with those relaxers. And one day I just told her no. I'm like, no, I'm going to do my hair myself. You know what I mean? And there's nothing you can say that would, change that. She fought me tooth and nail, trying to be like, we're going to put that relaxer in your head, because if you go around looking crazy and all that stuff, people are going to look at me and think, oh, why didn't your mother do your hair? And I'm like, Mom, I'm 13, 14, relax. Like, you know what I mean? But whatever. And like I was I was in 9th grade. So I was 14, something like that. Almost 14, I think, when I first went natural. And when I say first went natural, like I basically, like, I had to grow out my relaxer, but like I literally just wore my hair in like an ugly looking ponytail for literally a year. Like, I'm so serious. Like I had the same hairstyle every day. It was ugly as hell, but I mean, like, you know what? Gotta do what you gotta do.
But you were working on it. It was step 1.
It was a process. I had all these ugly looking headbands too. It was not cute. Okay.
I remember the headband.
Yeah, it was so ugly. Like, sis, it's so bad.
Love it.
But And then I started wearing my hair like out natural when I was in 11th grade, like the beginning of 11th grade. And I have pictures of it. We're like, well, I don't need to see that. Well, you know, I'm gonna show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all because
Thank you.
I'm gonna show
I was
y'all.
looking for baby pics. I was looking. I want the picture of you and my sister when you both broke your arm.
But that was when my hair was relaxed. This is when my hair was relaxed, and I used to straighten my hair every day because I tried to be like the white people, you know. And so look, and like this is like the back. You see how thin my hair is? Sis. I mean, y'all can you see kind of. My hair was so thin and so like unhealthy, and I thought I was popping, okay? And then this is when this is such a bad picture. Stop. But anyway, this is how short my hair used to be. Wow. Y'all see that? Y'all see how crazy I remember those days. Yeah. All right, I was ugly, so don't even talk about that. But
first of all, no, you weren't. Never ugly.
I remember the first day I ever wore my hair natural. I remember I put so much Eco Styler gel. Y'all know about that. So much Eco Styler gel on my hair to make it flat because that's how all the white people's hair was. And that's what I thought was accepted. You know what I mean? So I remember as my hair started to dry, it started to get bigger. And I was like, not more gel, you know what I mean? To make it flat. And my hair looked, I mean, it wasn't flat because my hair is never flat, but it was like, you know, a lot like tamer. And now I looked at my mom. Now, even with my hair like this, I'll look at my mom and be like, Mom, look at my hair. Does it look flat? You know what I mean? She's always like,
right. Look it like this. Because you're like, look, in the back.
Is it flat? Is it flat? You know.
Down, so
that's right.
Own it.
Thank you, sis. When I was younger, I didn't know anything. Like, you know what I mean? My mom relaxed her hair for her whole life. I basically had to transition my hair by myself. Mm-hmm. No help. No anything. Literally, I learned everything from YouTubers and from Google.
But that's great.
That's all I had. After I got out of school, like out of high school, out of that toxic environment, and I really saw like Black people for Black people and how they really are, Black communities and all that stuff. And when I went to college and stuff, I never realized how dope Black people are. Like,
right. Because they were withheld from you.
Exactly. Mm-hmm. So I was in school before I went to cosmetology school. I was in school for music theory and music education, and I was a voice major because, like, you know, like she said, I can sing too.
Yo, when I tell you she can blow,
it runs in the blood. It runs in our blood, right? Yes. I took a jazz history class, single-handedly the best class I've ever taken in my entire life. Like, because I really got to see how Black culture developed through music and stuff like that, and how music has always been such a big part of our culture. It's just wild, like how dope Black people are and how they don't get credit for it. Like they call the king of rock and roll Elvis. Y'all give credit to this one white man, but like y'all won't give. I mean, you won't give as much credit to all these Black kings and queens that literally paved the way for music. That literally. It's like going through all of that. It really made me just appreciate and be proud of Black culture. Because when I was in school, I was ashamed to be Black. I wanted to be white because to me that was accepted because that's all I knew. You know what I mean? And I wanted to be facts. I remember I wished I was born white so that I could fit in. You know what I mean? But then, like, you know, like I said, now I would not want to be anything else but Black because Black people are freaking awesome. So all this to circle back to, this is why I wanted to go to cosmetology school. So I did finish school for music and stuff, but I stopped going because in order to teach, I'd have to have my master's and my teaching certification, and I have my bachelor's, but that's a lot of money right now. So I went to cosmetology school because I always wanted to do that. I always loved doing hair, and especially considering like people would always be like, you know a lot about hair, and I even started some of my friends on their natural hair journeys to get to healthier hair. And Ava, you know about that.
Oh, I do. And we're going to shout out our big cousin down in North Carolina, Tamisha Oconee, who is down there running her own salon, her own natural hair. Yeah.
Okay, sis. Okay, queen.
I will gladly take you down to visit her ASAP.
I would love to. What?
But yeah, Tamisha, two people, Dominique A. Dominique has always sent me. Like, I feel like Dom would be on YouTube, Google things for her own hair, and in the mix of looking for her curl pattern, you know, and her products, she would find other information for my hair. I want to say she's like 4C, and I think I'm like 3C. I don't know because I still haven't dove into this, but anyway.
You're probably like 3B, Probably something like that. She's like, I don't know.
I don't know. But Dom would be looking up this stuff, and when she would find stuff that applies to my head of hair, she would send it to me too and be like, oh my God, Ava, oh my God, try this. You know how many times she's tried a product and been like, this isn't working for me, but it might work for Ava. One of my favorite products is this blueberry curl cream I got. Got that straight from my girl Dom. So there's that. Then I go down to North Carolina, get super, super close with Tamisha, who's like my soulmate. And she was just like, let me see your curls. Stop detangling them with a brush. Just use your finger, okay? And also, stop touching your hair after you're done doing it. And also, what you've been putting in it, nah, that's too heavy. That's going to dry it out. And also, like, changed my life. So between the three of you,
you're living your best life.
I'm living my... Okay.
She said, y'all see this?
It took a little bit. I had to figure it out.
It's okay.
But with the support
there you go.
Of these three beautiful Black women,
that's fact. I always wished I had somebody there that would help me, that knew like what, like how to get me to my goals. You know what I mean? And I also, like I said, want to be a Black stylist that other Black women feel comfortable going to, because especially Black women with curly hair, it's very hard to find a stylist. I still haven't found a stylist to do my hair the way that I like it done. I do a lot of different types of stuff. Like this is a wash and go right now. I'll do braid outs, bantu knot outs, flexi rods, perm rods, mini twists, blah, 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 whatever. Like, you know what I mean? Like that really knows the versatility of natural hair because they deal with it every day. You know what I mean? Like it's just so, like just having somebody like that says they're a curl specialist, but they deal with it every day. That to me already makes you a specialist in my head. You know what I mean? Like,
because you had to specialize in what you were dealing with on a daily basis.
Exactly. You know what I mean? That's like my main goal as a stylist, to really make Black women not have to feel like they have to straighten their hair every day. Like, you know, if you have an interview, to make you feel like, oh yeah, I could wear this. I would wear my hair like this to an interview. What? Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's facts. You know what I mean? But like, you know, like a lot of Black women still feel like they gotta straighten their hair, or like, you know, get like, nah. I just really want to learn how to help Black women feel beautiful on the outside as they're on the inside. There you go. Because like, you know, like Black women are such strong, beautiful individuals. You know what I mean? Like, and like a lot of us are not appreciated the way that we need to be. You know what I mean?
I mean, it's true, especially given what just happened politically. We truly carry the weight of the world.
Absolutely.
And, you know, finding out.
And we carry it silently too. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, we carry it quietly, but then guess what happens? We go out and vote, and it turns out that 91% of African American women voted for Joe Biden in order to get Donald Trump out of the president. Like,
exactly.
Absolutely, it needs to be done.
Absolutely.
I mean, I'm sure there were plenty of movements, but you didn't see it blasted on social media that 91% of us were going to go out there. We just went out and did it.
Exactly. So there you go. Absolutely. And I don't know, like I really want to empower Black women and just Black people in general, and and especially like kids. Like I don't want a kid to have to grow up the way I did. Like, you know what I mean? Hating the way that they look, like, you know, the way that they are and the way that their hair grows naturally. They shouldn't have to feel like that. You know what I mean? I know when I have a daughter, I'm not going to make her feel like that. I'm going to make her. And I know that like, you know, and even like Black moms, some of them don't know how to deal with their kids' hair. Like, you know what I mean? It's too thick. It's too dry, blah, blah, blah. It takes too much time, whatever. And like, you know, I understand that. I feel you. I understand that. But just like, you know, also being able to help Black moms too, just to be able to like, you know, learn how to deal with their kids' hair, to help, to allow them to grow up, to be proud of who they are. You know what I mean? Like, that's so important to me. Just like Black women being proud of who they are. And in doing that, what my dream as a stylist is like over time, I want to be able to have like, I don't know if I want a whole salon, because that's a lot of management, but like, you know, I might want to just have like just a salon suite that's just for me and my clients. And I'm like, not that I'm only going to do Black women, but like, you know, just for my clients. And what I really want to do is to be able to make a whole product line of natural. I already make some products. I don't sell them yet. I'm working on it, but like, I'm trying to like, I mean, they work really well for my hair, as you see, but you know, and I really want to be able to, like make my own product line of all natural hair products, organic, all natural, all that stuff. So this way, like you're not, but like there are still quality, because like I found that a lot of salon quality products, they have a bunch of chemicals in them, and it's just not, like, to me, that's not necessary. I feel like the earth gives us everything that we need without man-made stuff. You know what I mean? So yeah, that's like what I really want to do. Like, and but I also want to be able to do everything. Like, you know what I mean? Because like there's some stylists where like, you know, obviously you can specialize in stuff, but like I want to be able to have anybody sit in my chair, whether that's a man, a woman,
right,
anything in between, or like a Black woman, a white woman, Asian woman, an Indian woman, whoever, or man, whatever. And anything they ask me to do, I can do it. Whether that's a sew-in, braids, tape-in extensions, like a men's haircut, color.
You want to be limitless.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Like to me, that's what a professional is. If I could make one little Black girl grow up and just love herself and be so happy with, I don't want to cry, be so happy with herself, I'm gonna be like, wait, that's what I wanted. Like, you know what I mean? That's what I wanted to be when I was a kid. You know what I mean? I don't know.
So I love hearing and feeling how much passion is coming through this screen right now. You're so passionate about this mission of yours.
Absolutely.
And to me, that tells me that you came across some phenomenal people, you know, on YouTube, on Google, however you found them, your mentors, so to speak.
Mm-hmm.
And that tells me that they were so passionate about something similar, a similar mission, and they were really able to reach you and help fuel the way that you feel about your path as well. So who are those people? Who are the women that you found that were able to do this for you? Because it's clear that they truly inspired you and helped build this vision of yours.
Right off the bat, automatically, my favorite YouTuber is Natural85. Bro, like I learned so much from her. She and I have very similar hair. So just watching like her videos and like how she styles her hair, and she does a lot of stuff with natural products and all that stuff. She just released a product line. I'm like, wait, sis, hold on.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I mean? We've been waiting for this for years. Okay. There's this hairstylist. Her name is Mono's Hair. She actually just released a product line too. She incredible. Okay. She does a lot with like different like, you know, styling techniques and all that stuff, and I learned a lot from her. Who else? Bianca Renee. She's fantastic too. Those people. There's this girl. Her name is another one named Finally Amber, I think. She's incredible. Like just I feel like I'm so like lucky to know that like there was so many like, you know, people that like there were so many YouTubers and stuff that I had access to. And like without all of that stuff, like I'm telling you, like I probably would not be where I am today. Like, you know what I mean? Like when it comes to my knowledge and my passion and stuff like that.
I love that you were exposed to all of these things that are clearly, like I said, fueling your fire and making it so that you are confident about shining your light. Like that's what this podcast is here for. You
Absolutely.
can do it. You will do it. And you've got plenty of people that you're looking up to and people also in your corner. Here to put you in the right direction, in the direction that you want to go. So, yeah, it's so cool. Just like giving you the time and opportunity to just speak on that and let it all out. Because of course I know how much you love it. Of course I know how good you are at it.
Ava, why don't you share your curl experience that I gave you, so for the people so they know?
Listen, the cocktail. Listen.
Yeah, go ahead, talk about it.
I mean, aside from the fact that I knew, we're gonna shout out my mom. My mom definitely was just like, "Hey, I think this shape would look good on your head," and I was like, shape? What? My hair have shape? Y'all, my hair has shape. It's been completely flat and 50% dead for like.
I'm done.
And that's because I didn't know what I was doing with it. That's because even with people like Dom and Tamisha giving me much appreciated advice, I still didn't feel confident. I still didn't feel like I was retaining a certain type of knowledge in reference to maybe I just didn't care enough. Maybe I've always been such a workaholic that it was just like, all right, put some water in it, go.
There you go.
So to know that it's deeper than that, to know that people like you are out here making sure that we can represent ourselves, you know, present ourselves in the best of ways, down to every single inch of our body, our hair included. I was just like, hey, my mom said my hair would look good in this shape. And I knew that you could do the shape part, but I did not know that when I sat in that chair that I was going to essentially be taking like your hair 101. That's what it felt like.
I love that.
Sat me down and was like, all right, let's have a class in your hair. all right, your curls are doing this. They look so much healthier now that I cut this off. I'm going to shape it. But also, let me make sure you moisturize first. And then after you moisturize, we can put a little mousse in it. But we're going to make sure it's the right mousse. Not a mousse that's going to dry your hair out. Not a mousse that's going to make your hair crunchy, et cetera, et cetera. Then after that, we're going to maybe give you some volume if you want it. Like, I just feel like you knew what you were talking about to a T. There was no question. There was no concern. And the fact that you made it happen like it was magic, it was like I sat in the chair, you did your thing, and you were like, hey, we're going to use this, this, and this. Abracadabra, done.
Yo.
There was no like experimenting. You get what I mean? I feel like I would have assumed that any other stylist or a stylist that wasn't comfortable with my curls, my hair in particular, this style, I feel like they would have been like, oh, this might work for you. Here, try it. I feel like I've been in that position. This might work for you. Try it. And I try a thing and I waste money on a thing and the thing didn't work and I'm throwing out a full bottle of product.
Yep.
Whereas Kelsey was like, oh, here you go. And I love, and that's exactly what I do with my hair. What you did with my hair in that chair is exactly what I'm doing with my hair every single day.
And so
except for today, because I wanted it to be a little bit more poofy. You know what I'm saying?
I love it. Yes. I think that something that's really important to me too is also making sure that my clients can replicate maybe not exactly the same thing, because it's difficult to replicate the same thing, but to be able to replicate almost everything that I do for them at home. You know what I mean? So that their hair can look very similar, at least, to what I did for them. Because I feel like a lot of clients, like when they go to different stylists, they'll give them this amazing hairstyle, and then they'll go home and they're like, well, I can't recreate that. So then their hair will
But Kelsey, do you know what that tells me? My heart just got so warm. What that tells me is that you are truly passionate about this craft and you are not in it for the money.
Never.
Because the people that are sitting their clients down and doing something big and crazy and not informing them about this process and making them feel like they can then achieve that themselves, those stylists are like, all right, I need to make it so that you come sit back in this chair and reach in your pocket. Whereas what you're doing is more so about your connection with your client. Absolutely. And the way that client feels, not just the way that they feel while they're in the chair, the way that they feel when they leave the chair and every day after.
Absolutely. Yep.
That is deep. That is powerful.
Yes. I always make sure that my clients have me at least on Instagram, something like, if we cool, you have my number, but at least on Instagram. So this way, if they have any questions, I always tell them, if you have any questions, if you have anything you want to run by me where you're like, oh, do you think this product could work? Is this a good brand? Whatever. By all means, ask me, sis. I've always cared. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I don't believe in I've always believed in being personable. You know what I mean? And I always value that in a stylist. Yes. It's my job. At the end of the day, I know my dad would always say, the only way you're going to make money is if you do something you hate. That is so untrue. Beyond untrue. I personally am not the type of person that cares about being overly rich anyway. You know what I mean? My happiness comes from the people in my life, the moments in my life, the quality of life. You know what I mean? Money to me is not the root of happiness. Yes, money is important to me to because you need it to live. But the best moments to me in my my career are the moments when you send me those pictures all the time of being like, Kelsey, you changed my life. Those are my favorite moments. Just being able to change somebody's life with something as simple as a haircut. You know what I mean? And doing colors and stuff like that. That's that too. But just something simple as a haircut could change your life. You know what I mean? Yeah. It really could. It could change your confidence. It could change the way you view yourself, the way other people view you even too. So therefore, it's just it can give you a better quality of life.
You have accurately depicted how passionate you are about what you do. I'm sure anybody that listens to this will be curious as to where you are now, what you're doing now, and how they can come sit with you. So I think that it's only right that we plug the parlor in NJ.
That's fact.
And aside from plugging that salon in particular, tell me about your experiences there now, what the energy, the atmosphere is like, what someone can expect if they were to come there, and how you felt since you've been there.
Gotcha. So I currently work at the Parlor Room. It's a salon in Marlton, New Jersey. Yeah, it's called the Parlor Room Hair Artistry, and I love that like they add the hair artistry at the end of it, because a lot of the girls in there, they do a lot with different colors, like, you know what I mean, like a lot of vivids and like, you know, all that stuff, and it's actually really dope. What I really love about the girls there is that everybody learns from each other. We all help each other. I personally haven't worked at a ton of salons yet, so like I haven't jumped around a whole lot yet because I've had pretty decent experiences at the salons I've been at. But like, yeah, so they were telling me though that like a lot of other salons, the stylists only care about themselves, like, you know what I mean? And that is so untrue. Like at our salon, we all care about each other. We're like a family, like, you know what I mean? Literally, we're like a family. We all, like, if somebody's struggling, we like you know, we never have issues like asking each other for formulation opinions. Like, what do you think I should do for this? Like, you know, can you help me with this? Like, you know what I mean? We all, and like I love the fact that like we have a lot of education too in that salon. Like continuing education for those of you who are hairstylists and stuff like that. Continuing education is so important. Like you learn the basics in school, basically. School is necessary, but you only learn the basics. They only teach you, you know, and like I, when I got out of school from then till now, y'all know what I've learned. Like, bro, like,
just those classes afterwards, that's amazing.
Classes and just like watching experienced stylists too, like it's crazy. But everybody, like the vibes are just like really good. Like we play a lot of different types of music there. Y'all know me, I enjoy my Stevie Wonder, my Michael Jackson, you know, like, you know, the vibes, you know what I mean? So you know, sometimes we'll play those vibes, like oldies and stuff, like, and everybody's just really fun. Like we have fun all day, like, you know what I mean? Everybody, I don't know, we all just have good vibes, like, you know what I mean? And everybody feels really comfortable. And it's crazy because like, so actually some of the best hairstylists in New Jersey have worked at that salon. Crazy. Because like there's a bunch of stylists that actually left the salon but got their own salon suites. And something that's so amazing about my salon is that while those stylists left and got their own salon suites, instead of being bitter, my bosses like posted stuff about like being like, congrats to such and such, we're so proud of you, we are wishing you well. I'm just like, wait, like, you know what I mean? Like my bosses
that's
are so
how
amazing.
It's supposed to be though, you know?
Exactly.
That's awesome. To know that type of wisdom comes with the experience of working there, that type of maturity and support.
Absolutely.
That's amazing. Yeah. And then as somebody that's been to the salon myself, I want to say like I was definitely taken back by, like you said, the amount of mutual support and encouragement that was in the salon that day. As Kelsey was doing my hair, other stylists were like peeking over, chatting about it. Oh my God, that looks so great. Kelsey, great job, et cetera, et cetera. Oh, that looks nice. It's just like, I've been to plenty of other salons where they were just for themselves and to themselves, and they didn't compliment the people that were working next to them or, you know, chime in at all. So to hear that not only happened, but it happened multiple times while I was there for my appointment, it shows that it's natural for them to like have that camaraderie and chemistry with one another. So it's nice that that is something that is the norm at that salon. I think people hear that and be attracted to that concept within itself.
Absolutely. Yep. And it's crazy because, like I said, some of the stylists did like leave and move on to their own salon suites, but some of the clients of those stylists, they still come to the Parlor Room. And it's not even because like they don't want to go to the stylist, they're in Cherry Hill, like, you know what I mean? Like it's not that they're far, but they just love the environment of the Parlor Room. They just love like the warmness, the like camaraderie between everybody, and it's a good environment. It really is. And I just feel so lucky to be able to study and learn under some of the most talented stylists I've ever seen in my entire life. Like, some of the work they do is insane. Like, literally, like I've learned so much.
So we gotta give a shout out to the Parlor Room for making sure that Kelsey could step her foot into that door.
Thank you guys.
Clearly she deserves to be there. But yes, thank you to the Parlor Room for offering Kelsey that experience and being such an integral part in your journey. Absolutely. Your inevitably successful journey.
Thank you, sis. Yes.
This was so awesome.
Yes, it was. I'm so glad I got to join. I'm so glad I get to be a part and support another Black queen. Like, what? Like, you know what I mean?
Yes. And same goes to you. Like, I'm very excited for people to hear this. I'm very excited for the word to get out, you know, not just that you are this talented and amazing at what you do, but the passion and the feelings that you have behind it. Like you said, like adding the fact that it is artistry. There's something to be said for being a passionate artist. And I love that you are stepping confidently onto the scene of Cosmetology and art.
Absolutely. I'm about to rock y'all world. Y'all not ready for it.
No,
would you call me Eva?
My world.
That's
Real
facts.
rap. She rocked my world already. She is the queen of curls. She's
That's
out
what I was
here
gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. She called me the queen of curls. So come see the queen of curls, y'all. Basically,
like literally, you've changed my life. All with this haircut, all with haircut, and all with knowledge and love for what you do. That is how you changed my life. So I know that you're continuing to change the lives of others, other people that have the pleasure and the privilege of sitting in your chair. Is there anything in particular, and you can take this second to think on it, but just knowing that you have this platform, you can share this with the world, with anybody in your network, anything in particular that you want to be sure to leave listeners and viewers with?
Just basically, like, just with my mission, like, just y'all, like, just love yourselves. Don't be like me, like, ashamed of yourself and ashamed of all that. Like, just be yourself at the end of the day. Like, we are at the end of the day, like a line of royalty, we all got to stick together, and to, just be great. You know what I mean? Be great together, My Instagram is down there, Curls by Kelsey. So give me a follow, like, look at my work. It's all on there. Yeah. And, I'm just excited. I'm really excited. I really want to meet some of y'all, basically,
And I want to say, from cousin to cousin, I am super inspired, as well as very proud of you for not being defeated by your experiences. I relate to them. I know how deep they can cut. I know how painful some of the things that we've been through were. And I'm proud of you for not being defeated by those things. I'm proud of you for not belittling yourself and for going in the other direction and figuring out, how can I maintain confidence? How can I keep my head held high and still believe in myself and go for my dreams, my goals, my aspirations? That says a lot, because I think for some people it would have been easy to just listen to their dad and go do something that they hate.
Yep.
So thank you for being an inspiration and not doing that.
Thank you. Stop.
And thank you for making sure that you loved yourself. And that. So everybody needs to go get their hair done by Kelsey, because she will take a couple years off your life. Okay.
That's facts. That's facts. Listen, stop. Everybody wants to look younger. So, like, here we are. I got y'all. You don't need Botox. You don't need all that.
No.
Just come get your hair done.